So at 130,000, actually under 130,000, it's difficult to beat the Proton X70. You see, at this price point, it actually has the most amount of interior space that you could want, which makes it perfectly suited for families as well as for executives as well, those that want to be driven in. And in fact, I've seen many people that get driven in an X70. I mean, you do have this Boss switch over here that makes it easy for your chauffeur to move the seat at the front. So there's a lot of mini details around the car that actually make it a pleasant drive and one that is nice to be driven in as well. But besides all of that, there are also other features in here that actually make the X70 a really good buy. But you shouldn't hear it from me. As I've said in a couple of other videos, the best people to actually tell you the good and bad about a car are actually the owner themselves. And one of the key things that I'm curious to know about owning an X70, or perhaps any other Proton for that matter, is the service network. Because buying a car is just the start of a journey. Maintaining it and actually owning it over many years, well, that is the real challenge. And that is something us motoring journalists will never be able to tell you. So right now, I'm on my way to go pick up a dear friend of mine, Mr. John Tu, who I've known for many years and who was raving about his X70. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of those first generation owners. And oh my God, he ate my head when he bought the X70. And he's still madly in love with it. I mean, he's a father of 3, a responsible husband, a businessman, and one who actually relies on his X70 a lot. In fact, he also goes camping in his X70 and he's owned it for many years already. So I'm on my way to pick him up. And this guy will be the best person to tell you, us actually, what's what about the X70. Let's go. John.
Hey, what's up, Cash?
Long time, man.
Hey, how you been?
This is the guy who I used to see so often, and I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you again, man.
You know, you get in my car, you got to put on your seatbelt.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. Safety first.
John, okay, so you know, the reason why I asked you to come on board this video is because you've owned your X70 for a while already. How many years?
2019.
There you go, see? And I remember that you used to rave about your X70. You are one of those guys that was considered, I think, safe to say, an early adopter lah.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Right? And I remember that you used to love the X70. In fact, you used to send me messages, bro, I love this, I love that.
Yeah, that's true.
This guy used to eat my head. So, John, but I mean, we have plenty to talk about, okay, when it comes to X70. But what is the one key thing that you actually really like about the X70?
The one thing actually, Cash, since that you asked, that really caught my attention before even purchasing the car was the voice command actually. Because back then, not many cars had this feature, you know. You had to buy like a $200,000 or $300,000 car to have this sort of feature you can actually, you know, voice command.
I recall X70 was ahead of its time in
true.
terms of a price point. But what is it about the voice command?
Well,
I'm just going to park so you can show me.
Actually speaking of voice command, let's go check out Apple Auto in Bangi, this is the service center.
Is that a good? I mean, yeah.
It's okay. It's I've been there before, and it's one of my favorite service centers actually.
Okay, I'm keen. So how do I say this?
Just say hi, Proton.
What's up?
Show me the way to Apple Auto Bangi, right?
Bangi, yeah.
Apple Auto Bangi.
no home address information
Oh, there it
signed
is.
and please sign a home
Whoa.
address on the screen.
Spot on, the first one.
There you go.
Quite precise as well.
Yeah, it popped out.
Yeah. It's the first one, never mind. But,
Yeah.
you know, so, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's that convenient, you know, in that sense. Especially.
But the voice command can also do stuff like, hey Proton, put down the windows.
Yeah, correct. That's right. In fact, they can do a lot of stuff, even like your panoramic roof, the windows, the volume on the radio, your air conditioning, and yeah, pretty much a lot of stuff as well, which is pretty cool to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, even your air conditioning.
Yeah, you can lower down the temperature. You can just say, "Hi Proton,
Coming.
I'm cold."
Okay. Set temperature of all seats to 19 degrees.
Whoa.
So it brings up the temperature, so you know, stuff like that, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I love the feature lah.
Whoa.
Yeah, my kids love it. They play with it all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing about the X70, isn't it? That
Yeah.
Okay, so the top of the line model right now retails for under 130,000.
Yep.
And the good thing about Proton is they always have the seasonal discounts, so you might even be able to get it for a good deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So, but besides all of that, it's also a fantastic family car. I remember one of the things that you told me. You're a father of 3.
Yeah.
Right? So, one of the things that you told me that it's impossible to beat the X70 when it comes to spaciousness.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are the type that goes camping.
Yeah.
You're the type that, you know, you have a very outdoorsy life.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you are always trying to entertain your kids. In fact, you also run a business.
Yeah.
So the X70 is a good lifestyle partner in that way.
Yep, exactly. So, yep, like you mentioned, Cash, I go camping, I do a lot of outdoor trips with my family.
Okay.
We travel a lot.
Yeah.
So the car, since I have 3 kids, it fits us perfectly in that sense.
Right.
So me and the wifey in front, and then the 3 kids at the back. And then recently I purchased a roof box. Okay, and then so we put all our camping gear on top, which is cool. You just get this the roof box with the brackets. So X70 is a good all-rounder SUV if you ask me personally, and value for money, of course.
I think the value for money part
Yeah.
is difficult to beat. Okay, so I particularly really like the spaciousness that the car has to offer.
That's true.
I think the features are great.
Yep.
And once you start driving, I mean, it even has a blind spot monitoring system.
Yeah.
And this is in a car that was, I mean, since 2019, right?
Yeah.
So it even has cruise control. If I'm not mistaken, adaptive cruise control as well. So in that sense, it's just difficult.
It's a package.
Yeah.
That's what really sold me, to be honest.
Right.
You know, when I first went in 2019, in fact, in late 2018, I actually checked out the showroom. You know, it was a big talk about X70 this and that. Everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
It was all over social media. So I told my wife, hey, let's just go check it out. In fact, we didn't even plan to buy the car.
Okay.
We were just having breakfast one morning on a Sunday morning. And there happened to be a Proton showroom just like, you know, down the road.
Okay.
And I told my wife, hey, you know, since we're here, why don't we just go check out the car? You know, it's so nearby. They were like, okay, let's go. So we went there, and I swear to God, bro, as soon as we walked in the showroom, it was just there, like glorified, right in the middle of the entrance of the showroom.
Yeah.
You know, and the sales guy was like, hi, welcome, morning. I was like, okay, just came to see the X70, you know, stuff, just casual viewing, nothing serious. Bro, next thing I know, we paid the deposit on the same day. It's crazy, right? So yeah,
But that's one of the things that you highlighted over there is how nearby the X7, the Proton service center was, the showroom was.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I have to give it to Proton, that they have an extensive service network.
Yeah.
Showroom / service
well,
network.
widely
right?
spread all over the
So
place.
it's everywhere.
Correct.
You know?
That's the
And-
advantage.
And that's really good about, you know, having accessibility to the brand.
Yeah.
And as an owner,
Yeah.
you have a lot of options.
Correct. In fact, personally, I probably service my X70 in like easily 7 to 8 different service centers all around.
So it's just
Klang Valley.
convenient lah.
It's convenient. Like if I happen to have a meeting at this location, for example, and my car is due for service, I'm like, hey, you know, why don't I just hop over here and then get this done, and then I can carry on with my next meeting, you know, stuff like that.
Alright.
So it's convenient in that sense. In over Klang Valley, there's so many service centers, you know.
And
even-
that is one thing that I'm really keen
Yeah.
right now to see. I mean, I've never owned. The last time I owned a Proton was when I was in college, right? And it served me.
What was it? A Vira, Wajah?
No, it was a Saga.
Saga.
And it served me flawlessly.
Crazy, right?
I think 7 years I had that Saga.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like a real tahan lasak car, right?
Correct. It was my partner through bachelorhood.
Yeah.
It saw me through my ups and downs of bachelorhood.
Yeah.
Saw me through breakups and falling in love and breaking up.
Yeah.
I used to work in TGI Fridays in Subang.
I see.
So it saw me through everything and it never gave me issues.
Yeah.
So I have a special spot in my heart with that brand.
Yeah, I feel you.
With Proton. So, but right now, I'm particularly looking forward to checking out how far the brand has come in terms of showroom/service center.
Yeah.
Let's go do that.
Let's do that, yeah.
So you still got stuff to tell me that you said that you want to tell me more things about the car.
Well, one of the things that really captured me about this car was the Napa leather seats. Because back then, I think it was a big deal in 2018-19, having Napa sit as your main seats in the car, especially if you get the premium level one, was pretty awesome, bro. I was, in fact, I was a bit impressed when I went to the showroom. And I wasn't even expecting at this price range for a car to have Napa leather seats, man. I mean, who does that in the automotive industry, right? Usually back then, you need to buy at least a Beamer or an Audi or a Merc, to actually feel this kind of premium seats. So I think Proton did a good, smart move by having them as the premium.
No, but I think they're not only wrapped in. Okay, I gotta give it to Proton that the seats look great.
Yeah.
But not only that, I think the newer ones, I'm not sure about your model, they actually come with ventilated seats as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. The CKD models.
Yeah. Ventilated seats, bro.
That's true.
So this is things that back then you only get in like what you said lah, more premium BMWs, Lexus. I remember that. I mean, I've been doing this for many years, but I remember the first time I experienced ventilated seats was in a RM1 million Lexus.
Wow.
Lexus.
Yeah, just to feel that privilege, right?
Yeah. And now, you can get it for less than 130,000
Exactly,
ringgit.
precisely.
And it's not for, if it wasn't for cars like the Proton X70, people will not be able to appreciate these things. And I think people take ventilated seats for granted. Because I personally think I'm sweating my back right now.
Yeah.
You see my back right now is just drenched.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where ventilated seats actually play a huge role. I mean,
That's right.
I also think that Proton should play this up a bit more because ventilated seats in our weather, especially when, for example, if you're the type that uses the LRT, MRT a lot and you leave your car parked outdoors for the whole day. After work, you come back, you get into your car. It's hot.
Yeah, it's blazing hot. The seats
So that's where ventilated seats really come into play.
That's right.
But besides all of that, what do you think of the overall quality of the car? I mean, as an owner, what do you have to say?
Well, at the price point, again, I mentioned that we pay. I mean, we are probably at the cheapest range compared to all the other D segment SUVs in the market.
Okay.
All right, the H, the Ts, and all that.
Yeah.
So that was also one of the main key selling points, the price range, right?
Okay.
So when we got in the car, to continue my story the other day, we went for a test drive, right?
Okay.
I swear to God, Cash, as soon as I was on the wheel, behind the wheel, the salesman in the front, my wife at the back, we just took a spin. First impression, holy crap, is this even a Proton? That's my first impression. It feels like I'm driving a Continental car. That was the first impression I had.
Okay.
I felt like I was driving a Volvo or something like that, I mean, the works the build quality, the sound insulation is super quiet in here. Can't you tell?
Yeah. I mean, the bike just passed by.
Exactly.
We never heard it.
And I believe that Proton has one of the best sound insulation in its class. Right? So that really caught me off guard, and I was like, wow. It had a wow factor immediately.
Right.
And then the power was not too bad.
There's a 5 ton truck.
Exactly, next to us.
3 ton or 5 ton. You don't hear the diesel.
Usually you hear the route.
That rattle. Right?
Diesel engine, right?
So you don't hear that.
So sound insulation wise, it's pretty nice and decent, quiet in here. like I mentioned, it feels like you're driving a $200,000 car.
Yeah.
It gives you that impression,
Yeah.
you know, the first impression, and it's comfortable. Driven this car like Penang, Johor, Singapore many times, bro. It's like a breeze to drive this
Do you
car.
remember the mileage of your car?
Right now it's about 70k.
Wow.
Yeah, for this pretty low mileage for
Yeah,
a 4-year plus car.
I also think so.
Yeah, because we don't really drive the car much, you know. So back and forth to office kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, overall experience owning this car for 4 years plus now. We are happy. Oops. Yeah, so that's about it lah.
So anyway, we're not too far.
Yeah,
I'm really keen to check out the showroom.
yeah,
Since
Almost there.
it's coming from you, from an owner,
yeah,
and you're not the type that is loyal to just one service center, which is
Yeah, that's
good.
right, that's right.
Because it highlights the availability of the service network, and also because you explore in that way, I think you're the best person to recommend a service center. So when
Yeah.
you recommend a service center, I mean, it must be something lah.
yeah.
Let's go
Thanks.
check it out.
All right, cool.
John, is this the one?
Yep. Turn left here. Finally, man, we made it. Nice showroom, bro. You'll check it out in a while.
The Apple Auto
Yeah.
Services and Tires. Looks like a nice place.
Yeah. Catchy name also.
Quite, quite big as well.
Yeah.
Alright, I wonder if there's
Let's see whether they got parking or not. See, bro, check out this place. Nice, right?
Looks impressive, John.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to Apple.
Thank you. I'm Keshi.
Hi,
My
John.
name is
Nice to meet you.
Rizal.
Hi, Rizal.
Hi, I'm service manager.
Oh, nice to meet you, Rizal. Rizal, the reason why we are here
Okay.
is my friend over here is an X70 owner.
All right.
Okay. So I was talking to him about owning an X70.
Okay.
And then I tanya kat dia like, what is your owner's in terms of service
Alright,
center?
okay.
What is a good place for him to recommend? And he recommended this place.
Oh,
Can you
nice.
show us around?
Okay, sure, can.
Okay. So,
Okay.
I perasan yang you have an extensive model
yeah.
collection over here.
We also got full range the car.
Okay.
What model you want, I have this.
Boleh di-arrange lah.
Yes, boleh.
So, tak kira lah. Like siapa-siapa nak masuk, nak tengok X90 ke, X70 ke, X50,
Semua ada.
Just okay. Semua boleh.
So, tapi itu hanya showroom je. So,
Yes.
in terms of servicing,
Okay, for servicing, we have the customer launch and replacement lah.
can you show us around?
Okay, sure can.
And I also notice yang ada Starbucks juga.
Yes, this our cafe, Proton Cafe.
Proton Cafe.
Yes.
Tapi this is a paid, kat sini kena bayar lah.
Kena bayar lah.
Tapi ada juga yang
Ada juga yang kita akan bagi free, main is a voucher lah.
kat mana tu?
Voucher mainly for service.
I see.
For servicing, we get house only one voucher for drink.
Okay. So you were saying that you have a customer lounge?
Yes, this area.
Okay. You're right, John. I mean,
Nice, right?
see, I think Proton has
Yeah.
brought up the benchmark over here.
Yeah.
But you were saying ada makanan free?
Yeah, of course. Let me show you.
You can see
Alright.
that. Okay.
This is my refreshment.
Oh, nice.
Tiap-tiap hari ada?
Tiap-tiap hari ada.
Oh, nasi lemak.
Full day ke hanya untuk breakfast je?
Full day.
Full day, see?
Nice, nice.
I think a lot of other brands
Yeah.
perhaps don't even have this
Yeah, not
to offer. And I also noticed that you have a play area for children.
Yeah, for kids.
Tapi, can you explain to me what this machine is for?
Sure, can. Okay, this for our facilities and for our program lah.
Okay.
Okay, all of this for about this about us. This is a video for
So, Apple Auto.
all Apple Auto. Okay, then this our service.
So it's more like a
Yeah, this
okay.
is one
You do
stop
body and
center
paint.
lah.
also.
Yes.
I see.
Si-
What about your service bays and your service area? Do you mind showing me that?
Okay, sure, can.
I'm judging you, John.
Come, let's go see. If everything goes wrong, we can have nasi lemak.
Result. Wait. What? So you guys offer
Yeah.
full MyAG services?
Yes, of course. We also have this MyAG for renew insurance.
No, is it through a person or this machine?
Through
is
a
it?
person.
Through a person as well.
Person, and the person will be handle this.
Will handle.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So how,
Until finish.
so how does this work?
Okay, you can see the item. This rotate renew. Okay, rotate digital, and then this about reprint.
Reprint. Okay. So masuk je IC, kena thumbprint.
Yes.
I see.
And then this rotate.
Rotate to come out.
Yes,
Print out
come out.
immediately. So convenient.
Immediately.
License pun boleh ke?
License.
IC only lah.
IC only.
Untuk Rotex.
Yes, only
I see.
rotate.
Now I'm very curious to know about your service bay.
Okay, come. I show you.
Got tour in the service bay. Not bad.
Yeah. Welcome to my service.
I think it looks like a busy day for y'all. Is it like this every day?
Every day like this.
Wow.
See?
Appointment full lah. Every day.
Yeah, every day full house.
So many cars. More than 20, I think.
Why is this place
Okay.
painted orange?
Because this for customer service fast line.
Okay.
Yes. We are focused on
Fast line, huh?
Yes. We are focused for first service. This is a normal service.
I see.
About 60 minutes.
How many minutes?
60 minutes.
16.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, no.
It's 60. Oh,
1 hour
60
lah.
minutes.
Only service.
That's okay. So to come in here, yeah.
Yes. Only service. Only.
That's in and out lah.
Yes.
Interesting.
So what? That's 60 minutes waiting time.
Yes.
Okay, but one thing I got to know, because there's a lot of feedback online and such.
Okay.
What about spare parts?
Okay. For spare part, we have got so many many parts.
Not an issue.
Not any issue.
So, but I also noticed that just now in the machine you have a body and paint center.
Yes, of course.
Right?
You got body and paint behind.
So you anything to do with accidents,
Yes, of
everything
course.
that you can So anyway, thank you, Rizal.
Okay.
I'm quite convinced, John. I told you I was judging you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rizal. I won't
Alright.
take up more of your time.
Okay.
John and I are going to
Thanks so
go.
much, Rizal. Thank you, bro.
I
Can we have
hope
some
you enjoy
coffee?
for you.
Thank you so much. Can we have some coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee.
Jom.
Over the lawn.
Alright.
Thank you. John, that was a good one.
Yeah. It was.
You know, I have to admit that I was actually very impressed, especially having Starbucks in there.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, of course, it's a paid option, and you don't get Starbucks for free.
Yeah.
But, bro, I have to say this, I've been to Mercedes-Benz showrooms and such, but it's not like that. There's none that I've been to that has Starbucks in there, even though they call it Proton Cafe, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, and what particularly impressed me, besides the Starbucks, of course, was that they have the full range. You know? Very often we go to showrooms and say, bang, ada ni ke? Ada ni? Tak ada bang, tak ada bang.
Yeah, cars not on display, not available to show and stuff like that.
And really 1 hour just to change oil. You know, sometimes you want to balik kampung, or you know that your car needs to change oil, but you simply don't have time.
Yeah.
1 hour is impressive.
Very, very impressive. Yeah.
But
But it is possible to get your car service within 1 hour.
that's very impressive.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah.
So, okay, John. I mean, in conclusion, like we've established that the X70 is a very impressive SUV. Even though it's been around for a while, it still can hold a candle against its competitors.
Yeah.
I think even in terms of service network, like as what you have shown me today, I think you cannot complain.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many service outlets around the country
Yeah.
that is impossible, you know, to run out of spare parts. Of course, there was that period, but let's put that down to COVID. I know everybody has recovered now or are recovering.
Yeah.
You know, and having said that, you know, you go to service centers, maybe there's somebody that you don't like, but because there's such a wide network of service centers, You don't like, you go somewhere else lah.
Yeah, widespread.
That's your right as a consumer. And that is something that you have to give Proton credit for.
Yeah.
Because there's so many service centers.
Correct.
If you're not happy with something, you go somewhere else.
Yeah,
You know, like what we saw today, that was impressive.
Yeah.
And it was a busy service center.
It was indeed. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a busy service center. That means people are coming and going. Turnover is high. I was impressed.
Not bad, right?
I was impressed, I have to say that.
Yeah.
X70, as an X70 owner, bro, I mean, we've also spoken about the spaciousness. Okay, but one thing that we didn't touch on today is safety features.
Oh, okay.
I mean, touch wood, and God willing, we never have to test the safety systems of a car. Right?
Yeah.
So, but the X70 is well equipped. 6 airbags.
Yep.
You know, I mentioned earlier adaptive cruise control, even though there's not a safety system, but that makes your life so much easier.
Yeah, especially when you're cruising on the highway,
Correct.
long distance.
I particularly like the auto hold function as well.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
We spend a lot of time in traffic jams.
I use it all the time on my X70. Yeah.
I think people underestimate the importance of the auto hold function.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you get electronic brake distribution, of course, everything, safety features, even blind spot monitoring system.
Correct.
Which I think blind spot monitoring system, when it rains, and you know, when it rains and it's been raining for a while, you just reach that one point where side view mirrors are just full of water.
Yeah.
Even though some of them might be heated, I don't know if these are heated. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But even though some of them are heated, but it doesn't help. You know, sometimes all these bikes and all, and they come with some of their lights are not working.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Been there.
Yeah, this blind spot monitoring system is very important.
It is, especially when the bikes are maneuvering.
Yeah.
And they just appear out of nowhere in a split second.
Correct.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think another must-have thing.
Yep.
So full credit to Proton for all of these things.
Yeah.
Bro, did you make the right choice as a X70 owner?
Well, I think I did. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love the car, like I mentioned much earlier.
Yeah.
It's comfortable, right? It feels like you're driving an expensive car, and it's spacious, you know, and you feel safe driving the car.
It's got everything.
With all these safety features and stuff.
Yeah, it has everything that it's difficult to fault.
It's sort of like when this car came out, I felt like it sort of like set a benchmark.
Yeah.
You know, for all the other car manufacturers to
Correct.
like, whoa, X70 has done this, and these are all the safety features it's offering at that price range.
And even though it's been around for a while, it's still valid. It still makes people, it still kacau the other people's market because it's such a complete SUV.
And people will start comparing, like, you know, how come Proton has this, but you guys lack on this, you know, so...
Napa leather, bro.
Exactly, man. Love the seats, man.
Yeah, man.
Super comfortable. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, you heard it from the owner of an X70. Mr. John too.
Hi guys.
Somebody that uses it on a daily basis, appreciates the car, and uses it as it should be, as a family SUV. Not only as a family SUV, but even his lifestyle needs, his business needs, his camping and everything.
My outdoors,
So anyway, if you like what you see here today, as usual, do consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you, John.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Cheers,
brother.
guys.
Cheers.